Well, no, it's not really burr. It's not really summertime, but we're talking snow today for some reason. But back out at Musher Farm at the Peach Farm with the Peach Doctor, Desmond Layne. Des, glad to be back here again.
Glad to have you back.
So I got to ask you this. Now, I was down working a baseball game this weekend. Some guys were talking about peaches, and we got into peaches. I was like, oh, man, you guys got to watch Des. He's talking about peaches. And they were telling me, yeah, Schuster, you know, peaches didn't originate in America. They originated from China. I'm like, man, you're crazy. China? What are you talking about, China? Man, they originated in Clemson. So give us the real scoop. Where did?
I'm sorry to break it to you, Bob.
You're killing me.
Oh, they originated in China.
Is that right?
They've been growing them in China for over 3,000 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And China is the home of the peach. They produce about 50% of the world's peaches are grown in China.
Wow.
They don't export a whole lot. They mostly eat it all in their country, but
Don't
it's a very popular fruit in China.
So China now. So would it be safe to say that China's somewhat familiar with South Carolina and California?
Well, it depends on who you talk to. The average person in China doesn't know a whole lot about America unless they watch it on TV or the internet or whatever. And most of the peaches that they consume there, they of course grow in China. So they don't know a whole lot necessarily about what we're doing.
So he make me look stupid then, I guess. I'm from China after all. Okay, so we're back out here at the Musher Farm on Clemson's campus and the peach orchard. And tell us a little bit about the peach orchard before we talk about the peach.
Okay. Well, this particular orchard, the trees are ranging from about 4 years old to about 10 years old. And we have a lot of different varieties that we've brought in from different nurseries around the country to see how they perform here in South Carolina. Just because a peach was developed maybe in California or New Jersey or Michigan doesn't mean it's going to do well in the Southeast. So we test it here and see how well it performs. And some of them do great, some of them not well at all.
Not so good.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed there's a lot of ups and downs out here at this orchard. Good for wind, good for rain maybe. Is there a reason for that or is it just happenstance?
Well, this site was particularly chosen because it's a peninsula going out into Lake Hartwell. And so we've got lake on 3 sides of this property, which helps to moderate the temperatures in the springtime, which reduces our risk of frost. So we can consistently have peaches year after year. That's the primary reason we chose this land.
I got you. So here recently we've had a little bit of rain. Does that help with the peaches? I mean, is it, obviously rain's going to help with everything, but is there a situation where too much rain might not be good at this time of year for the peaches? Or?
Yes, too much rain can be bad. It can be bad because we have diseases that are spread by rain, a disease called brown rot, for example. Also, if there's too much water, let's say like you were talking about a low spot in a field, and the water stands there for maybe 48 hours, that's enough to actually kill a peach tree.
Wow.
They don't like to have wet feet.
I got you.
So they need a certain amount of rain for the trees to be healthy and to put water into the fruit to make the fruit get bigger, but too much rain can be a problem.
All right, let's talk about this fuzzy guy today. A new cultivar this week is?
This is called Snowbrite.
I said earlier. Okay.
Yeah, and the reason it's called Snowbrite is because what color is snow?
That would be, it'd be white, but beware of the other color.
Yeah,
snow.
right.
But.
So the flesh of these peaches is white.
Yes.
And so actually white flesh peaches are the most common type that are grown in China. The average Asian person will associate peaches as having white flesh. And that's not typical for what we have in the United States. So these are a little bit different. They've got a little bit different taste. They're very sweet, almost like honey. And they don't have much acidity. There's very little tanginess to them, but they're very delicious.
Oh, well.
So we need to give it a try.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's give it a try.
All right, let's try it.
Oh, no!
What have you got? No. Actually, that's not what I anticipated.
Now look, see you can see the flesh is white.
Sure.
It's juicy, and it's just got a honey kind of a sweetness to it. There's very little tanginess. It's got a little bit of a nice aroma. It's a very nice peach.
Now, as this ripens over time, what does it do? Does it become a little softer, a
Yes.
little more juicy, a little more sugary?
That's right.
Yeah.
I got to take another bite of this one.
Yeah. Let me do one more time. It really is good.
Now that's what you call a nice peach.
No, second bite was even better than the first bite. So, This will be good for about what, 2-3 more weeks?
From the beginning of the harvest season to the end, about 2 weeks. Yep.
Okay.
Snowbrite.
Snowbrite. Snowbrite is our peach.
There you go.
He's the peach doctor. See you next time.
Yep.